To His Excellency, Mr. Newman, to the Honorable Helk, and to the current whooping boy of Rust, Alistair, I come bearing tears. I present to you my bucket. The last time I complained about any changes Rust is when you removed boats from the shore. I lost my shit. Thankfully, you listened to my sole opinion and put them back. I am here again to set you guys straight. Now, I fully support slowing progression as the motive for any changes made in Rust. Before the October update, Rust had everything it needed in place already to slow progression without the need of implementing some new mechanic. To slow progression, all you had to do was make things more expensive. Pretty simple fix. For example, make tier 1 workbenches 1,000 scrap. Make tier 2s 3,000. Make tier 3s 7,000. Make stuff way more expensive to craft and research. Also, lower the drop rates of guns. Make them drop less. Doing all this will slow progression. I have been playing Rust off and on since February 2014. I remember Rust being described by Facepunch as an open-world sandbox survival game. I believe it said as much on the Steam store page. Rust has a lot of great things about it. One of them is the option to accomplish objectives and goals in various ways. Yes, meta has developed in aspects of the game, but for the most part it was an open-world sandbox survival game. I don't have to PvP if I don't want to. It's another great aspect of the game. Being able to survive in the world of Rust among all the chaos and sweaty players, lurking and sneaking around as a solo on vanilla among the established groups. I like the challenge, and a lot of people enjoy playing the game that way. If I want to go to a monument, I can. If I don't want to, I don't have to, because there really isn't anything going on at monuments that I need for my playstyle. And that's okay in my opinion. In the sandbox of Rust, players are supposed to play how they want. They are not supposed to be forced to do anything. If I want to run around in-game dry, humping trees, and write that off as me conquering the world of Rust, and good game, I win, no matter what anyone else thinks. You making players do anything stops the game from being the sandbox it is supposed to be. Yes, Rust is a PvP game, but trying to force PvP takes away from it being the open world survival sandbox it is supposed to be. There are plenty of games that already exist that cater to gamers just wanting to PvP. Stop caving to the cries and tears of the vocal minority of fucktards on the internet wanting more PvP in Rust. You say you want to get players out of their bases? Whose fucking idea was that? You have spent so much time making being in a base cool. There is so much to do in my base. Why would I want to leave? Decorate, expand, electrical, industrial, growing crops, roof camping, the list goes on. So, if you don't want players to be in their bases so fucking much, stop making being in bases so fun and cool. This is another situation where by adjusting the existing mechanics, you can still force PvP. Increase scrap drops in monuments, barrels, and crates, and less on the roads. Get the grubs off the roads by making it less lucrative. It's a time versus reward thing. If you make the time investment of farming the roads way less, they will be encouraged to go to the more higher reward areas like monuments. You don't need to implement 2 new currency types for fuck's sake. You don't need to lock progression behind a fucking timed red crate. Stop trying to force PvP. PvP happens naturally and organically in the world of Rust as players traverse the world in pursuit of whatever personal goal that player has for themselves. In closing, you can't say you want to slow progression, make the changes you just did here in October, and increase the loot drops like you did. That's oxymoronic. You can't say you want to slow progression by implementing 2 new forms of currency and then making the scrap cost for workbenches a fraction of what they were. That is oxymoronic. You are literally shooting yourself in the foot by making changes that plainly counter the reasons for the changes.